here today, and we welcome you to Rotary Field here in South Windsor, Connecticut. Cooper Robinson to lead things off for New London.
Now
Nicky
batting for New
Posh
London
is the starting pitcher
Number
for Tolland
5, the shortstop,
out on
Cooper
the mound.
Robinson.
Trevor Bolduc, the second baseman, hit second today for New London, and Jeremy Santos, who pitched a marvelous game yesterday. Quite a pitcher's duel with Cole Ogazalik, the right fielder, hitting third. That pitch low and inside. 1-0. New London lost RCP yesterday in the bottom of the 8th inning. Justin Marceau, the third baseman, hitting fourth. Peter Corey, the first baseman, hitting fifth today. Timmy Jackson, a left fielder, in the sixth slot. Gabby Cotorial, the center fielder, hitting seventh. Aiden Brennan, the designated hitter, in the eighth slot. And the catcher is Brett Perry. We'll set the defense for Tolland when we get a chance. Kyle Perry to catch the balls and strikes. The 2-0 pitch is fouled back. Matt Curtis, he is the first baseman, an all-star first baseman. He's a good one. Clayton Keene at the bag at second defensively for Tolland. Luke Broadhurst, another high school all-star player at shortstop. And Thomas Slane manning third base, wearing that lucky number 13 today. Brandon Kallenbach, the left fielder. Alex Haas, the center fielder. And Danny Steiner in right field defensively. The pitch fouled out for the plate. Count stays level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fix the Tolland scoreboard there. We had one up. They haven't been to the plate yet, so I don't know how you do that. So New London, who finished second in zone play, taking on the winner of the Tolland zone. Of course, these two teams are highly regarded. Played some great baseball all year long. Tolland out of zone 8. New London out of zone 6. Ground ball hit hard past the glove of the third baseman Slane and into left field. Cooper Robinson comes up with a base hit. So they started this game, about 16 minutes early or so, and it's got everybody scrambling here a little bit to try to weave their way around.
London.
Game was scheduled to start at 6:30.
The second baseman, number 4, Trevor
Bad
Bolduc.
weather expected in the area, so they're trying to move this game along, and I don't blame them there. Trevor Bolduc, the second baseman of the plate. It's a 7-inning ball game. Getting the chance to watch the game through our GoPro camera today. Set up behind home plate here. Steve Riley has the call of an interesting matchup taking place in Middletown at Parma Field tonight, an elimination game between Waterbury and Cheshire. Winner of that game will play Stamford tomorrow at 6:30. We'll have coverage of that too from Parma Field. Robinson leans away from the bag, leadoff single, that pitch up and in. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Tolland zone 8 regular season record at 18-3. New London zone record at 20-7. They had a forfeit away 5 games. The lights are on here at Rotary Field in South Windsor. Concession stand is open. Folks walking around the rim of the outfield fence. Nice walking area here at Rotary Field. Pitch in there for the strike. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. 400 feet to straightaway center field. 340 down the line in right. 335 to poke it out of here and left. Dropped over the inside corner for the strike. Nice pitch by Nicky Posh. His dad, the coach, Tolland. Lead away from the bag at first by Robinson. The righty's 2-2, fouled off. So we're back here tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, although we hope not. I guess that means we're secretly rooting for RCP to win tomorrow. No, not really. It is what it is. If we're here, we're here. If we're not, we're not. American Legion Championship Series, runner goes. Pitch fouled off on the 2-2 pitch. American Legion Championship Series begins on Friday. It'll be 9-inning games, best 2 of 3. They play Friday night, Saturday, and then again Sunday if needed. We'll also bring you the Junior State Championship game over the weekend and the Prep Division game. 2-2. Count goes full 3-2. Posh trying to earn that strike zone right now. Haas, the center fielder, shaded a step or two towards right center field. Runner goes, full count pitch, hit on the ground and knocked down off the glove of second baseman. Slowed it down, did Keene, and quickly collected by the center fielder Haas, going first to third because he's running all the way. Cooper Robinson, Bolduc safe at first with the base hit. Just got it through the infield. Terrific effort.
Now batting for New
Keene
London,
to try to knock that
the
down.
right fielder, number 1, Jeremy Santos.
So you got runners in the corners, nobody out for New London. Off to a quick start. Jeremy Santos, the right fielder, to the plate. They were held without a run all day long yesterday. They had a couple of chances, including a runner thrown out at the plate. That was back in the 6th inning. It was Cooper Robinson who was thrown out at the plate on a beautiful throw by the left fielder. Ronnie Tiviage who threw him out. Tiviage with a strike to the plate to Wayland. Here's a strike call. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Can't say enough about the pitching performance of Santos yesterday. He really held RCP in check. He'll bloop one. Coming on, the shortstop can't make the play. Broadhurst nearly caught it. Dropped it. That's a little blooper. Gave it an extraordinary effort there. Got the uniform all dirty. Couldn't hold on. There was no advance by the runner, Cooper Robinson, at third, because he had to wait up to see if it was going to be caught by
Now batting for New London,
So everybody is safe. I
the
believe they're
third
going to rule that a
baseman,
base hit.
number 10, Justin
So 3
Marceau.
consecutive singles. 1 down the left field line, 1 off the glove of the second baseman, and 1 that popped out of the glove of the shortstop. And Justin Marceau, the third baseman, up to the plate. New London trying to strike quickly here in the first. That pitch up high and a duck out of the way. Peter Corey awaits on deck for New London. Very humid. Temperature has dipped a little bit. I mean, it was up into the mid-90s most of the day with very high humidity. Big thunderstorms rolled through the greater New Haven area, through New Haven County earlier. Had to drive through those to get here. No rain as of yet here in South Windsor. There's going to be a conversation out in the mound. Mickey Posh right now behind 2 balls, no strikes, bases loaded and nobody out. And Tolland does not want this game to get beyond them real quick here, so the conversation will take place out there. Well, if you're just tuning in, nice to be with you all on this beautiful day.
You know you got everybody looking. Got a little boom in my big truck. Gonna open up the doors and turn it up. Gonna stomp my boots in the Georgia mud. Gonna watch you make me fall in love.
Conversation over out in the mound. Marceau waits, squares the bunt, pulls it back, pitch a little high, and the count goes 3 balls and no strikes.
So when he registered and somebody, some opponent, found out about it, recognized it. You got to do it.
Pitch hit down the right field line and fouled off. So getting the green light on 3-0 is Justin Marceau, the third baseman. He's a cleanup hitter. Why not? That pitch is going to be popped up right to the shortstop. Infield fly rule in effect. Broadhurst made the catch. Everybody back to their bags.
Now batting for New London, number 15.
So you get 1 out.
The first baseman, Peter Corey.
Peter Corey now, the first baseman, stepping up. He had the win in game 1 out in the mound for New London.
You heard about that pine tar No, it was not in a tournament.
Pitch inside, breaks off the glove of the catcher, Kyle Perry. Base is still loaded. Posh trying to get out of this.
One team had a 1-1 game. Comes up, does whatever with the bat.
Long look in. And the 1-0 pitch is over there for the strike call.
Way up on the back, George Let's go.
1-1. Fouled off. In on the hands. Corey trying to come up with a key hit right here in the first.
Whatever transpired in the end. Remember, George Brett wasn't thrown out because of that. He was thrown out.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Time has been called. Everybody steps away.
I don't know the whole scenario. All I know is because of the bad meeting, umpire says game over.
And there's a strike 3 call. Beautiful pitch. Patch might get out of this jam as he strikes out Corey. Brings up Timmy Jackson.
Now batting for New London, number 19, the left fielder, Timmy Jackson.
That's the first strikeout for Patch of the ball again. Brings up Jackson now, the left fielder. Field remains just about straight away. Ross now, second look. Might be a step or two towards right center. Right fielder not playing all that deep. Base is still loaded. 2 down now. Bases were loaded with nobody out. 3 consecutive singles. Robinson, Bolduc, and Santos all reaching. Infield relaxed just a little now with 2 out. Got to force at all bases. That one's fouled up. For New London, who did not score a run yesterday. Boy, if they come out of this half inning empty, they're going to perhaps self-doubt themselves a little bit, at least offensively. Here comes a 1-1, foul back. Nash now has a great chance to get out of this inning. He's ahead of the hitter.
Let's go, Colin, let's go.
1 ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 down. Here comes the pitch, and that's fouled straight back towards us. Right over the backstop. Good battle going on here. Bases loaded. Jackson, a number 6 hitter in the lineup for this New London team. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Fox gets out of it with the strikeout. With the bases loaded, nobody out, he gets a little soft pop-up. Strikes out Corey, strikes out Jackson, and gets out of the jam. No runs, 3 hits, and 3 left through a half for New London. We'll be back with the bottom of the first and the batting order for Tolland. That's all upcoming as part of our coverage of American Legion Baseball right here from Rotary Field.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
All right, welcome right back. And Nicky Paj, who just somehow wiggled out of a major jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. Out on the hill will lead things off here for Tolland in the bottom of 1. And the first pitch is inside for a ball. Tiki White out the mound. The right-hander for New London, trying to match what Nicky just did. Alex Haas, well, he doesn't want to match it the same way, but he'd like to get 3 consecutive outs. Haas and then Broadhurst to follow, then Curtis in that cleanup spot for Tolland. Slane, Keene, Penny, Steiner, and Kallenbach rounding out the batting order for Tolland. That pitch low and away. Brett Penny behind the plate. And Ash is out.
Now batting for Tolland, the center fielder, number 5, Alex Haas.
Brings up Alex Haas. So White gets off to a good start here. He gets the lead off hitter on a ground ball. Pitch the Haas, swinging for the left side.
Depends on what the pitch was. That was in the book.
They're in Newfound Lake for 2 weeks. Newfound Lake and Julie and I are going up on Sunday. Maddie
Count 1 ball, 1 strike.
If it wasn't in the book,
Broadhurst on deck.
again, it depends on what you would. I just got some people.
Pitch over the inside corner.
I'm not sure. It's not a field. Right. Time it back. It does add to your on base.
That pitch foul back.
Correct? I don't know. It's a strike out for the pitcher. Again, it depends on what transpired. If nothing exceptional transpired, advance on the
Great effort there by Bolden going after it, the second baseman. Also had the right fielder Santos, Corey going after it too, the first baseman. We'll set that defense for you now. You got Penny behind the plate. That's Penny. So you got Perry and Penny playing in this game. So get that all straightened out. It's Brett Perry for New London behind the plate, catching the balls and strikes. Now to first Peter Corey, Trevor Bolduc, the second baseman, Cooper Robinson at shortstop, Justin Marceau, the third baseman, Timmy Jackson in left, Cotorial, the center fielder, Santos, that's Jeremy Santos in right field. That pitch low and inside, ball was dropped. It looked like he went around on it, he had, and Haas thrown out.
Now batting
By
for
Brett
Tolland,
Perry for the inning,
the
second out on the
shortstop,
strikeout.
number 20,
Brings up
Luke
Broadhurst. So Broadhurst, the shortstop, to step in. Real nice player. He'll swing from the right side. Tiki White looking for 1-2-3 inning. Throw some high heat. Just tuning in, Tolland had a chance. Their game yesterday to fall behind Avon, and they worked through those problems. Here today, they had a chance of falling behind New London early on here with the bases loaded. Nicky Pash with the bases loaded, nobody out. Got a soft pop up and 2 strikeouts to get out of the top of the first. Now they're trying to get something going here in the bottom of the first inning with Luke Broadhurst at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Matt Curtis awaits on deck. The pitch from White to the plate. That's low and inside for ball. We'll be right back here at Rotary tomorrow. Here comes a 3-1 from Tiki White. He loses Broadhurst. Pitch outside for ball 4. And Luke becomes a 1-out base runner for Matt Curtis, the first baseman.
Now batting for Tolland, number 10, the first baseman, Matt Curtis.
Tiki White, 6'2", 165, graduated from New London High School in 2015. And the right-hander's pitch. Miss low and inside.
He's a good player, though. He played mostly first base because he had a bad shoulder. If you remember last year, he pitched.
Throw to the bag at first. It ricochets off of Broadhurst. Stays right there. Corey picks it up.
Well, we gave the players a whole week. Tomorrow.
Matt Curtis played at Tolland High School last year as an All-Star. In his senior year this coming September. There goes the runner, and sliding in with a stolen base goes Luke Broadhurst. So Matt Curtis has a runner in scoring position. Perry's throw kind of bounced out to the bag at second, was quickly recovered. No further advance by Broadhurst there, as you saw. Thomas Slane awaits on deck. Curtis loops one right to the shortstop. Cooper Robinson, he makes the catch.
Your score after 1 inning, New London 0, Tolland 0.
So Tolland threatens just a bit. We're through 1 complete, scoreless between New London and Tolland. We're back with more American Legion Baseball right here on SportingNewsCT.com.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
All right, welcome right back as we continue on
That
to the
eye for
top
New
of
London.
inning number 2. New London
The center
to the plate.
fielder, number
And
7,
they'll have 7, 8, 9 in the
Cortarial.
batting order coming up to the plate. And Gabby Cortarial, the center fielder, to lead it off here for New London. Brennan and then the catcher to follow. That is Brett Perry. Here comes a pitch from the right-hander. Pash and down low for ball 1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for New London. No runs, no hits, and no errors for Tolland. Each team has had a runner in the scoring position. Matter of fact, New London in the top of the first had 2 in the scoring position. The bases loaded with nobody out. Pitch low and away, and the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch in there for the strike call. Count goes even at 2-2. Mickey Pasha, his favorite player, Alfonso Soriano. Going to play baseball at Quinnipiac beginning in 2017. Ball hit right back to him. Soriano able to hit it right back at the pitcher, but fielded nicely, and he is retired 1-3.
Now at the plate for New London,
first base,
the designated hitter,
Matt
number
Curtis
20,
brings up
Aiden Brennan.
Brennan, the designated hitter. Step on in. Pitch hit high in the air to the right fielder. Steiner will reach up and make the catch. Brennan on the pitch is retired on a fly ball. And you have 2 down. Brings up the catcher, Brett Perry. So Perry coming
now batting for New London.
Nobody
the catcher, number 12, Brett
and
Perry.
2 down. Lights on here at Rotary Field in South Windsor. They began the game a little bit early. Coming back to left fielder. Haas, the center fielder. Pitch a little high. Hey, we were scrambling. They were looking for the national anthem to play, and a PA announcer to make his way here. And all kinds of crazy stuff going on. That pitch, a strike call. Perry played in the heat yesterday, playing it in it again today with that catcher's equipment on. Perry yesterday struck out and maybe singled, so he went 1 for 2. Pitch in for the strike of the number 9 hitter. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out, and the base is clear. Parrish, the big righty's pitch, fastball down low. Pitch popped up and fouled off. Perry hit that high up into the air. Center fielder got a real good jump on that. Alex Haas, he makes a catch under the ducking Steiner. And Perry is retired on a fly ball to the center fielder. So 1-2-3 inning in the top of inning number 2 as New London goes quietly. We'll be back with the bottom of inning 2, scoreless between New London and Tolland.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Well, Tommy Slane will lead things off here. He is the third baseman today for Tolland. Hitting that 5 spot. You got Clayton Keene. And then Kyle Penny follow. Right-hander Tiki White out on the mound. Tiki comes with a nice resume. 6'2", 165 as we mentioned. A 2016 Zone 6 All-Star. Also named top pitcher in Zone 6. Has played American Legion ball for a couple of years. There's a ground ball down to Cooper Robinson. Fields it and onto the bag at first. So a strike to Corey, and he got one out. So Slane is retired 6-3, 1 down, and Clayton Keene.
Now batting for Tolland, the second baseman, number 3, Clayton Keene.
Keene will graduate from Tolland High School this coming May in 2017. His brother is Corey. Loves wiffle ball. Has pitched a perfect game in the past. Ball chopped to the shortstop. Robinson with another strong throw across the diamond, and Clayton Keene quickly retired and 2 down. So 2 out and nobody on base here.
Now batting for Tolland, the catcher, number 2, or number 19, Kyle Penny.
Kyle Penny. So I put Penny and Perry in the wrong spot, these two guys. How do you like that? So Penny to the plate. Have to change his name to Perry. What if he'd like that? Here comes a pitch, and that is inside, ball 1 to Kyle. Kyle Penny, all joking aside, graduated from Tolland in 2016. Loves watching Netflix. Favorite program, 30 for 30, produced by ESPN. It is a great program. He's played American Legion ball for 3 years now. Count goes 1-2. Penny out of the batter's box. Didn't like that call right there. Steiner on deck. Kyle, the number 7 hitter in the lineup for this Tolland team, was scoreless here in the second. Curveball fouled off. Pitch down low. Count now full at 3-2 as Penny takes.
Your score after
well,
2 full innings.
Strike 3. He moves up himself. 1-2-3 he goes as Tiki White comes up with his second strikeout of the ball game. We're through 2 complete, and it is still scoreless between New London and Tolland. We'll be back with the top of the third. That's all upcoming right after this.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
All right, welcome right back as we move
Now
on to
batting
the
for New
top
London.
of inning number 3.
The shortstop,
New London coming to
number
the plate. The
5,
top of the
Cooper
order to lead it
Robinson.
off. That's Cooper Robinson, Trevor Bolduc, and then you'll see Jeremy Santos scheduled to hit against Nicky Pott. Scoreless into the third we go. All the hits belong to New London. They had 3 all back in the first, all with nobody out. And they were all left stranded. They had the bases loaded. Couldn't get a run home. Posh got a couple of strikeouts and a weak pop-up. Get out of the inning. Robinson singled down the third baseline in the left field his first plate appearance. Posh had a very easy 1-2-3 inning in the second. Easy from this vantage point in the press box. He worked hard down below. Got a fly ball out to the center fielder. Fly ball to right, and ground ball hit right back to him. Right-hander's pitch comes over the top. Ground ball hit the Broadhurst. He'll scoop it up to the infield grass. Got it on to the bag at first, and they say safe as Curtis had to leave the bag to save the baseball from going on by. And Cooper Robinson will reach on the error.
Now batting for New London, the second baseman, number 4, Trevor Bolduc.
So Robinson on for the second time, this time via error. Base umpire took a long look at that, made the call. So the runner on, nobody out. Tolland wants to question the call perhaps at the bag at first. Curtis certainly did his best to try to stay on the bag. I don't think they're going to win the argument. Although the umpires are going to come together. I guess we could give them a replay of that. They wanted it. So they'll have their conversation. See, all that time that we saved with starting the game early and putting us all behind the 8 ball here up in the press box, they'll take it all away now with this conversation. Just stick with it. I don't think the umpire on the third base side of the diamond had a real good look at that. The plate umpire might have. They'll rule him safe. By looking at the throw is certainly the right call. Can't really see how Curtis would keep that foot anchored on the bag on that throw that was to the right field side of first. Bolduc to the plate. He singled his first time. Off the glove of the second baseman. Quite an effort by Keene to knock it down. So Robinson has now been involved with a couple of close plays in this tournament. Thrown out the plate on a close play yesterday. Safe today at first on a close play. That's fouled off to the backstop on a bunt attempt by Trevor. Trevor Bolduc graduated from Ledyard High School 2016. He's been around the American Legion program now for 3 years. Fouls that off the catcher's mask. That's Kyle Penny behind the plate. That ball hit the opposite way. Only play, oh, it's dropped, and then no throw by Keene. and everybody's safe. Well, Keene probably thinking 2 at the crack of the bat. Wasn't hit all that hard, and he's thinking 1. And
Now batting for New London,
runners
number
at first
1,
and second.
the right
2
fielder,
consecutive
Jeremy
errors.
Santos.
Brings up Jeremy Santos. So E6 and an E4 put 2 runners on, nobody out. The top of the order for New London has found a way to get on now twice consecutive in this ball game. Robinson twice, Bolden twice. Now Santos is singled to the plate. His single, kind of an odd variety, just a little blooper down to the shortstop. Looked like he was going to make the catch, and ball popped out of his glove. That pitch up under the chin. Santos get out of the way. He was squaring the bunt. Santos digging back in. 1 ball, no strike to count. Posh checks the runner at second, and the pitch goes low and away with a strike call. Pretty pitch. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Matt Curtis, the first baseman, charging towards home to cover a bunt. Got the third baseman anchored back. That's Slane with the runner at second. That's pushed third base side. Fielded. Wheeling over the second baseman. The ball gets past Keene. A run will score, and everybody is safe on another error. Put that one on the pitcher for the low throw. He kind of bounced it over to Clayton Keene, and New London will take a 1-0 lead on 3 consecutive errors.
For New London,
and they still have runners on the corners with nobody
10,
out.
Justin Marceau.
And the cleanup hitter, Justin Marceau, to the plate. I mean, really, Tolland should be in the dugout right now. Instead, they're faced with runners at first and third, nobody out. E6, E4, E1. The most difficult play of them all was probably the last one. Santos laying that bunt down, pitcher's responsibility, and there's a base hit up the middle. The throw to the bag at second, they nearly got Santos hustling there. A run will score, Bolden crosses. Marceau with an RBI, base hit. It is 2-0 New London.
At the plate for New London, the first baseman, number 15, Peter Corey.
Brings up Peter Corey, struck out his first time. Struck out with the bases loaded. And I got runners at first and second. Still nobody out. New London would love a quick game here. Merciful game would be in their favor, save some of their pitching. I mean, they're in the midst of putting together a big inning right now. Tolland infield needs to settle down. They throw it out of the bag at second. And Keene, the second baseman, trying to sneak on behind Santos. Santos got on back. You got Timmy Jackson in the on-deck circle. The Posh pitch to the plate, ground ball down to the charging shortstop. Broadhurst on the first. That's a nice scoop at the bag at first by Matt Curtis. Well, they were lucky to get the out there. Corey retired 6-3. Runners advance to
Now
second
batting
and
for New
third.
London, number 19,
That is
the
the
left
first out of
fielder,
the inning, and Timmy Jackson to the
Jackson.
plate. Jackson struck out to end the first. Struck out with the bases loaded. He was visibly upset with himself. Infield now in around the horn. This will make Jackson that much more difficult to get on out if he makes contact. Riel on deck for New London. 2 runs home. Boy, the opportunity they squandered in the first, what they got going on here, they could be light years ahead of Tolland this game, but they're not. They're only up 2-0. Pitching there for the strike. Mickey Price trying to take this cause into his own hands again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at second and third. The infield in around. Lights are on at Rotary. They've been on all game. Very muggy. There is a little bit of a breeze, but that's the fan behind us. I don't think there's much of a breeze out there in the field. You don't see the trees moving at all, maybe just a tad. I don't think wind would be a good thing at this point. That means a storm be coming. Now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Timmy Jackson graduated from Fitch High School in 2015 and will bunt it, popped it up, and it's going to be caught, and everybody back to their bags. Slane made the catch. He got no help at the bag at third. Santos able to scramble back there, and Marceau got back to the bag at second. So Jackson popped it up over
Now
the head
batting
of the
for New
third baseman
London,
in the foul
the
territory.
center fielder, number 7, Gabe Corto-Real.
Real to the plate. Gabby trying to come up with a key 2-out base hit. New London has not had one of those over the last couple of games. Looking for one right now. Big swing and a miss and some heat. Aiden Brennan awaits on deck. Gabriel, graduate of New London High School in 2016, has played American Legion ball for 3. Ground ball hit to the third baseman, fielded. Slane on to the bag at first for the out there, and that will end the inning.
Your score after 2.5 innings, New London 2, Tolland 0.
Inning. RBI base hit by Justin Marceau in the ball game, and the run scored on an error. So you had 2 runs on just 1 hit, 3 errors, a couple runners left. We'll be back. New London has the lead over Tolland through 2.5 by the score of 2-0. We'll be back with more right here from Rotary. Stay with us.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Dan Steiner leading things off. It's a ground ball to the third baseman. Marceau across the diamond, and Steiner on a pitch retired. He didn't want to wait for any face time, and he's gone. So 1 down. Callan back.
Now batting for Tolland.
Number 9 hitter in the lineup.
The
Boyd
left
Tolland just
fielder,
still looking for
number
their first hit off of
17,
T.J.
Brandon
White.
Callenbach.
Their numbers look a little ugly right now. No runs, no hits, and 3 errors. And on the flip side for New London, 2 runs on 4 hits and no blunders yet. It is White on the mound. The right-hander's pitch bends it in there for the strike. Another strike call. Quickly the count goes 0-2. White working in rhythm right now. Hellenbach, the left fielder out of Stratford. Stafford, I should say. He graduates in 2017. Stratford plays in the other division there. Derek Jeter, his favorite player. Also enjoys fishing. Well, if his team doesn't win today, he can begin fishing tomorrow. This is White. Loses bracket matchup right here. He must have heard me. Callenbach has a base hit. That's the first hit of the ball game for Tolland. Comes here in the third inning.
The pitcher.
And they have a one-out base
Number
runner.
7, Nick Posh.
And Nicky Posh back to the plate. Rolled out to the first baseman, Peter Corey, his first time. He's 0 for 1 here today. Tolland pitcher has been magical on the mound in the sense he's been able to escape a lot of trouble. In particular, the first did give up 2, and the second, really not his fault. He should have been in the dugout. 3 consecutive errors. One of them his own on a throw, but try to turn that momentum around now at the plate. Runner gets back first. Callenbach. Got the raceway in Stafford, don't they? I think they do. Motor Raceway. That pitch inside. Alex Haas on deck. Outfield straight away. Real, the center fielder for New London. Another throw to the bag at first. We're here to the third. Nice happy with us. 2 runs in the top of the third. Has put New London on top. Time called as Tiki White took a little too much time. He followed through and got it to the catcher. Brett Perry behind the plate. Peter Corey down at the bag at first. Trevor Bolduc, the second baseman. Cooper Robinson, your George Stopp, and Justin Marceau. Playing inside the bag at third. Jackson, Correal, and Santos in the outfield left to right. That is Tiki White with the pitch. Over for the strike call. The count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Posh 0 for 1 today. White could not get that to break over the inside corner. Count goes even at 2-2. Callenbach with that lead away from the bag at first. The pitch hit on the ground. Robinson will field it out at the bag at second. Bolduc on the first. They get the double play.
Your score after 3 innings, New London
well
2,
done by New
Tolland
London.
0.
Their defense steady on the other side of the diamond. Tolland has made 3 errors. It's helped produce 2 runs with through 3 complete. And it's New London 2, Tolland nothing.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
Aiden Brenton coming to the plate for the second time in the ball game. He's 0 for 1 with a fly ball to right. He's a designated hitter today for New London. You got Brett Perry, the catcher, waiting on deck, and the pitch is inside and low for ball 1 from Nicky Pop. We're into the fourth. 2 runs in the third spells the difference here. New London on top of Tolland. Winner of this game taking on RCP tomorrow at 6:30. RCP with a victory. They move on to the state championship series. Stanford awaiting the winner of tonight's game in Middletown at Palmer Field. Here comes the pitch, and that's low and away. I believe it'll be a good matchup, too, between Waterbury and Cheshire tonight. That game is underway. Steve Riley with the call for us on our sister station, bringing you an audio broadcast of that one. We'll try to get some updates from Steve as we move along. Brennan will hit that in foul territory. He eventually had some communication between all the fielders, and the right fielder, Steiner, put it away, and Brennan retired on a fly ball to foul play. So you got 1 out, and Perry to the plate, the catcher, with the bases empty.
Now batting for New London,
0 for 1 with a fly
the
ball to the
catcher,
center
number
fielder,
12,
Alan
Brett Perry.
Bosch trying to put together an easy inning. And a relatively easy inning in the second when he got him 1, 2, 3. In the first, bases loaded, nobody out. He got out of that jam. And the third, 3 consecutive errors to start an inning. And then a base hit eventually settled things down. He's now retired the last 4 batters he has faced. Bosch looks in for the side. Perry wiggles the bat. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball missed inside. Bosch throws pretty hard. You can see why Quinnipiac kind of likes what they might get from this guy. Of course, moving on to the collegiate level is entirely different from playing at the high school, American Legion level. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes with a strike call there. Cooper Robinson awaits on deck, represents the top of the order for New London. That's the part of the batting order that's done some damage today. Perry will find the green grass of left field with a base hit. Waited patiently on that pitch and turned on it, moves it out to left field. He's on at first with 1 out, brings up the top of the order in Cooper Robinson.
Now batting for New London,
single,
the shortstop, number 5, Cooper Robinson.
So Robinson, a 2016 Zone 6 All-Star, coming up to the plate. 6 feet 172. Trying to get something going here for New London with 1 out and 1 on. Bosch again working from the stretch, and that pitch a little high. Understand there's a threat of rain right now in Middletown at Palmer Field. Pitch a little high. .30 pitch. Ball 4, so he loses Cooper Robinson, and Robinson for the third time is on. Gosh, has really had some problems with the
Now batting for New London, the second baseman, number 4, Trevor Bolduc.
And Trevor Bolduc stepping up to the plate. He has singled, reaching an error, and scored a run. That's the first walk issued by Nick. Gosh, with a strikeout back on the first. Actually had 2 of those, 2 strikeouts. Those were big strikeouts with the bases loaded. Bolduc awaits, and the pitch dropped over the inside corner for the strike. Posh 0-1. Did he go around? They say no, he didn't. Bolduc able to hold back on that pitch and veered out of the strike, so a nice stop behind the plate by Kyle Penny. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 your score, both runs back in the third for New London. Took advantage of 3 Tolland errors. Bolduc might have been a little over anxious, swinging that pitch up high. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. He knows it. Shake of the head. Santos on deck. Nicky Posh pitch to the backstop. Penny's going to have to chase it. Runners will advance to second and third on the wild pitch. So now you got 2 in scoring position. The woes continue a bit here for Tolland. That pitch inside. Count goes full 3-2. Infield in around the horn with the count full 3-2. First base open, and the pitch is a strike 3 call. Bolduc was flipping the bat towards the dugout and starting down the first, and the plate umpire says, "Follow that bat, young man." That is the 3rd strikeout
Now
of the
batting
game
for New London,
Posh, and boy, he needed
the
that
right
one.
fielder,
I have
number
2 out.
1, Jeremy
Santos to the plate. Santos today has reached base twice. He singled in the first, reaching an error in the third when he laid down a bunt. Pitcher threw the ball away to the bag at first. Run scored on the play.
His quote was he didn't consider or would consider coming back, especially
Santos no RBI obviously on that. Got Marceau on deck. Santos a number 3 hitter in the lineup. Posh 1-0. A little high, and the count goes 2 balls, no strikes. Kyle Penny wants to go out and have a quick chat with his pitcher. Posh pitch to the plate. That's a strike call as he worked the outside corner. Count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. A few folks watching the game beyond the right field fence. Enjoying the action. That ball hit high in the air to the center fielder. Haas got a late start on that. He started in a step and two. It's going to roll all the way in front of the fence towards that warning track. Santos can scoot, and he's got himself a sliding two-run triple. Jeremy Santos ends up at third, clears the bases, 2 RBI, and the lead swells now.
Now batting for New London,
4-0.
the third baseman, number 10, Justin Marceau.
Brings up Justin Marceau with a runner at third. So New London looking for a key 2-out base hit. They finally get one over the last couple of games. Jeremy Santos a moment ago wallops it over the head of Alex Haas. He started in a step, got himself in trouble, but that was hit a long way. I don't know if he would have got it. If he had, it would have been a sensational catch. That was hit a long way by Santos. Straightaway center field, 400 feet to get it out of here. Wasn't near that. But he got it out front of that 400 sign there on a roll. Ground ball to the third baseman. Slane on the first, and they get Marceau.
Your score after 3.5 innings is New London 4,
Tolland
Tolland
triple,
0.
2 runs on 2 hits. There was a walk and a runner left. We're back with the bottom of the fourth. It is all New London. They lead Tolland by the score of 4-0. Back with more momentarily.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
All right, welcome on back as we move on to the bottom of the fourth inning, and leading it off is Alex Haas, and Haas drives one foul. First base way, struck out his first time against Tiki White. Out of town at Palmer Field in Middletown. Waterbury leading Cheshire 4-1. That game also in the fourth inning. Right here, 4-0. New London leading the team at the plate. Tolland, Haas, Broadhurst, and Curtis are scheduled hitters in this inning for Tolland. Tiki White has allowed just one base hit. Defense has been very good behind him. They turned a 6-4-3 double play back in the third. He's been getting the ground ball out. A couple of strikeouts tossed in. His control has been very good. He walked a batter in the first, and that is it. Only 2 base runners for Tolland in the game. Pitch from White. Fouled off.
You get any rain down here? Drizzle. They're still playing.
Pitch popped up. Shortstop. Robinson will put it away, and Haas retired. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Luke Broadhurst to the plate.
Now batting for Tolland, the shortstop, number 20, Luke Broadhurst.
Broadhurst played at Stafford High School last year. He'll graduate in 2017. Terrific player, all-state selection in 2015 and 16. Loves Bryce Harper. His favorite movie, Meet the Parents. That's a good one. Also loves fishing, this Broadhurst. He's verbally committed to play at UConn. Luke Broadhurst. Or try to play at UConn. Not easy when you move on to the Division I level, but he's certainly talented. Trying to get something ignited here offensively for Tolland right now. White. 0-2. Just missed outside. He was looking for the strikeout. He was starting to take that strikeout stroll away from the mound up there. Tiki White. Curveball fouled off at the plate by Broadhurst. Just got a piece. Jackson, Correal, and Santos in the outfield from left to right. They've been there all game. Corey, Bolduc, Robinson, Marceau around the infield. Perry catching the balls and strikes behind the plate. The pitch. Or is that... Pitch missed outside. Good eye by Broadhurst. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. More baseball for you tomorrow, right here from South Windsor. 2-2. Broadhurst will hit that high in the air to the center fielder. Correal will reach on up and make the catch. Broadhurst retired on a fly ball. You have 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and it brings up Matt Curtis, the first baseman. Curtis
Now batting for Tolland,
popping
the
up to the
first baseman,
shortstop.
number
Robinson,
10,
his first
Matt
plate appearance. So
Curtis.
he's 0 for 1 today is Matt. Loves Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia, of course, a Red Sox player, a wiffle ball player, all-state selection 2016.
All I know is I follow them.
Pitch to Curtis. Pulled the string on him a bit, did White. Curtis swinging a miss. Count goes 0-2. Pretty pitch there by Tiki. Took a little off that curveball. Changed him up there a bit. Right-hander's pitch to the lefty hitter. And that's a strike 3 call as he veers it over the outside corner. They get Matt Curtis. And
Your
1,
score
2, 3 for
after
Tiki
4
White.
innings.
That is
New
his
London
3rd
4,
strikeout of the
Tolland
ball
0.
game. And boy, he's starting to really mow him on down. He's only allowed 2 base runners here tonight. He's pitching a gem. We're back with the top of the 5th. And right now, it is all New London, 4-0.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service.
All right, right back here at beautiful Rotary Field in South Windsor. And slaying the lead. Actually, let me flip the page a little bit. This is New London, the plate. Peter Corey is batting. He's 0 for 2 as Corey is struck out and grounded out. Nicky Posh out in the mound. The right-hander got bumped around for a couple of runs in the third. 2 more in the fourth, and they trail. The score 4-0 does Tolland. They're in the field defensively. 4 runs on 6 hits and no errors for New London. And for Tolland, no runs, 1 hit, and they have committed 3 errors here tonight. Got Jackson and Correal scheduled to face the right-hander on the hill who's heading to Quinnipiac. Lost the center fielder, step or two towards right. He goes to Elms College, plays center field there at Elms. Count now full 3-2 to Corey. Posh gave up a base hit back in the first. Actually gave up 3 hits in a row and escaped. The bases loaded, no out situation. Gets a strikeout here, Peter Corey. Boy, that was a big one. Second time he struck out Peter with a beautiful pitch inside corner.
Now batting for New London,
strikeout of the game.
The left fielder,
And
number
brings up
19, Timmy Jackson.
Jackson 0 for 2 with a strikeout back in the first. Pitch foul straight back. Very muggy.
Kyle, was that swinging?
Here's the pitch, fouled off. Jackson just got a piece of that to foul it off. Pitch from the right-hander. Missed high and away. This is the North Super Regional double elimination portion of the tournament. London finds their team in this game because they lost yesterday in extra innings in a winner's bracket affair with RCP. 1-0 in 8. And that ball hit to the center fielder. Haas makes the catch, and Timmy Jackson is retired on a fly ball. And you have 2 down. Correal to the plate, who's 0 for 2. A couple of ground ball outs. One of the shorts.
Now batting for New London, the center fielder, number 7, Gabe Correal.
Pitch, ball 1. Yeah, it's in there for a strike.
We got 8 dry baseballs in the dugout, so I think we're good for right now.
One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 out. Base is clear here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-2 the count. Caden Brennan awaits on deck. If you're just tuning in, 2 runs in the 3rd. Robinson reached on an error. Bolduc reached on an error. Santos reached on an error. Santos reached a run score to make it 1-0 New London. Then Justin Marceau with an RBI base hit to make it 2-0. And they added 2 more in the 4th. Wild pitch kind of put runners in the scoring position, but Jeremy Santos, he tripled the straightaway center.
Your score after 4.5 innings.
And
New London 4, Tolland 0.
Good work by Nicky Posh here in the 5th as he gets a 1-2-3. Now has 5 strikeouts in the ballgame. Back with the bottom of
I
the 5th.
never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
All right, right back. Slane leading it off. Swings at the first pitch off the glove of White. Scooped up. Throw onto the bag at first by the second baseman, Trevor Bolduc. And Slane retired. That's going to go 1, 4, and 3 on the put out to start the bottom of the 5th inning.
Up for Tolland, the second baseman, number 3.
By the way, now,
Clayton
0 for 1.
Keene.
I should say 0 for 2 with that ground ball out. Clayton Keene 0 for 1, stepping on up to the plate. You got Cal Penny waiting on deck. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0. New London with the lead. White has allowed just 1 hit. That base hit came back in the 3rd with the number 9 hitter, Brendan Kellenbach, who came up with a base hit. Here comes the 1-0. Fisted down to the first baseman. Corey needed the help of White. White over. Keene retired 3-1. And you have 2 down. Brings up Kyle Penny.
Your batter for Tolland,
White having
the
a
catcher,
real easy inning.
number 19, Kyle Penny.
Tired the last 6 he has faced. Getting himself into a groove. Here comes the pitch. Over there for the strike call. Oh, 1 from White. That missed low and away. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Steiner on deck. The pitch to the plate. Dropped in there for a pretty strike call. The count goes 1-2. Key White really settling in. Not going to be easy for Tolland to find their offensive rhythm the way he's working right now. Really spotting those pitches brilliantly is Tiki White.
How do you think, Paul?
Outfield straight away. Middle infielders are back. White works quickly. There's a strike 3 call with a pretty curveball.
Your score after 5 innings.
That's his
New
first
London
strikeout of the
4,
ball game.
Tolland 0.
And a 1-2-3 inning for Tiki White. We're back with the top of 6, 4-0. New London, they have the lead over Tolland.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
Hitter, Aiden Brennan.
Well, Aiden Brennan to lead things off. Brett Perry and then Cooper Robinson for New London. Nicky Parsh out in the mound. Parsh here in this ball game has given up 4 runs, 2 of them earned. Brennan today is 0 for 2. Knocked one to the right fielder, hit a fly ball in the foul territory to the right fielder. A little bit of a delay. I think they want to turn a light off out there. Looks like we got some rain coming down. We do. Got rain falling here in South Windsor. I don't know how long that's been coming down, if it just started. I just noticed it, just kind of felt it too, and feel the dampness. My wife just reported raining pretty good in Woodbridge, Connecticut as we speak. We get weather forecasts from all over the place. So I think there's a light on it they'd like to put off. It might be, it's on the building off to the right, a training facility for South Windsor baseball players and for the visitors when they come on out here. Pretty sure that's what it is. I don't know. They had shut something off. They did something over there. They didn't shut the light off that I thought they were going to shut off, but anyhow. Brennan's going to dig back in. Count as 1 ball, no strikes. Parsh, the right-hander's pitch. And it's a strike call the outside corner. So you do have some light rain. And they play on here in the 5th. I should say top of the 6th. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch will skip away from Kyle Penny.
Still 4-1 at the 5. It's still 4-1 at the 5 over there. They're still playing. Yeah, they're not ready at all now.
Into the windup, Parsh. The pitch. Oh, he couldn't hold back with Brennan. Count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's a ground ball off the end of the bat. Keene will field it. Got it on the first for the out, and Brennan retired. 4-3. 1 out here in the 6th. Brings up Brett Perry. Perry today 1 for 2 with a base hit in the 4th and a run scored.
Number 12, Brett
He scored
Perry.
Jeremy Santos 2-run triple back in the 4th inning. They're going to come out and have a chat now with Parsh, see what's going on. Working here into the 6th inning. Might be just talking some strategy. This has been the part of the batting order that is just played all kinds of havoc with Tolland today, whether they reach on a base hit or reach on an error. 9 through 4. These guys have been on base numerous times. Conversation continues. Plate umpire out to break it up. And that's going to be all for Nicky Parsh. So we got a pitching change upcoming. And we'll see that in just a moment. So we'll take a quick break. Pitching change for Tolland.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
'Cause she got the blue jeans, bring it on tight. Everybody wants on a Saturday night. She got the mood ring, she never the same.
All right, welcome right back. Pitching change. Hunter Davis is on the hill now for Tolland. He's in for Nicky Posh. Posh's line not complete as
Now
of yet.
pitching
Well,
for
actually it
Tolland.
is because there's nobody on base. So
Number
he
2,
works 5 of the
Hunter
third,
Davis.
giving up 4 runs, 6 hits. 2 of the runs will be earned. Struck out 5, and he walked just 1 batter. And Hunter Davis now on to face Brett Perry. Perry 1 for 2 with that base hit, run scored back in the 4th inning. So 1 out, bases clear here in the 6th. Right now, Tiki White is pitching a tremendous baseball for New London. He's pitching a 1-hitter. Got a great performance from Santos yesterday and White today. Who do they throw against RCP tomorrow if they hold on for victory here? RCP enjoying a night's rest. Rain falling here in South Windsor at Rotary Field. Had some rain at Palmer Field in Middletown. Did not stop the festivities taking place there. Last report, Waterbury on the brink of eliminating Cheshire. They'll take on Stamford tomorrow if they hold on. Davis graduated from Stafford High School 2016. He's 5'11", 200-pounder. Like spike ball. His favorite player, Derek Jeter. Pitch in for the strike. Count full of 3-2. Davis pitch, and he gets a strike 3 call over the outside corner. Brett Perry retired on a nasty pitch by Hunter Davis. So he's retired, 2 down, top of the order, and Cooper Robinson to the plate.
Now batting for New London, the shortstop, number 5, Cooper Robinson.
He's reached an error and scored. He's walked and scored. Leadoff hitters found ways to get on, and leadoff hitter has scored some runs. Got 2 out here. That pitch missed outside. Pitch popped up and fouled off. Well, New London would have to win tomorrow against RCP to try to make their way to a state championship series and win again on Wednesday against RCP. They're the only remaining unbeaten team here in the North Super Regional. Popped up behind home plate, catcher with the mask off, and with a little rain in his eyes, Kyle Penny puts it away for the inning's final out. They finally retire Cooper Robinson. On a pump foul to the catcher and the 6. 1, 2, 3 they go. Hunter Davis, nice job and relief. Back with the bottom of the 6. 8, 9, and 1 the scheduled hitters. For Tolland, they trail 4-0.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
All right, welcome right back, and it's Steiner leading things off 0 for 1 against Tiki White here today. White is pitching a one-hitter here into the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Callenbach, who has the only hit, by the way, on deck. He had that hit back in the 3rd. That pitch a little high. Count now, 1 ball and 1 strike. The offering. Swing and a miss. Count to a ball and 2 strikes. Eight in a row retired unofficially. Actually 7 in a row retired by White.
Little tinkle here and there.
Count even at 2-2 to Steiner. Swing and a miss, and that is the 5th strikeout of the ball game for White. Brings up Callenbach, who has the only hit back in the 3rd.
Net batting for Tolland, the left fielder, number 17.
Brandon, the number 9
Brandon Callenbach.
in the lineup for this Tolland team, trying to ignite some offense here. They need 4 to tie. At the bottom of the 6th inning of a 7-inning game. That first pitch in there for the strike call. Oh, 1. Pitch bends in for the strike. Boy, that's nasty. Starts outside the strike zone, cuts back over the plate against the left-handed hitter. Count goes a ball and 2 strikes. White missed down low. Fastball fouled straight back. Tiki doesn't waste much time. Gets the baseball, he's ready to throw it. Callenbach settling into that left-hander's batter's box. Behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that pitch hit him. He's down to the bag at first. Riding in on the hands. They get a runner at the bag at first with 1 out. Brings up Nicky Pash. At least gonna see another hitter come up in that spot. Yeah, Pash was a straight change for the relief pitcher Davis. So Tolland.
Pinch hitter for Tolland is number 23, Brian Marr.
Brian Marr to the plate. So Marr to hit. Likes all the Rocky movies. Disc golf, one of his favorite games. That was really popular a couple of years ago. Big swing and a miss right there. He wanted to drive that ball. Alex Haas on deck. Tolland trying to do something here with 1 out and 1 on. Pitch up and in. Count goes 1 ball and 1 strike to the big fella. That's a strike call. White working low and away against the right-handed hitter with that pitch. Calling back with that short lead away. Ball is going to be hit high up into the air. Shallow left field. Left fielder coming on and reaching up. Timmy Jackson will make the catch, and you have 2 down. So the pinch hitter, Brian Mayer, actually probably came on and
now batting
there.
for
So
Tolland.
Davis is probably out of the ball.
The center fielder, number 5, Alex Haas.
There's a straight change for the pitcher back in the top of the 6th. We'll have to wait and see when they take the field. Alex Haas to the plate. Alex is 0 for 2 today. Swings at the first pitch, hits that way up in the air and foul. Hit down the right field side. 2 out, 1 on at first. Gallen back to the bag at first. Reach being hit by pitch. Only the 3rd base runner of the ball game for this Tolland team. That pitch over the inside corner. Count quickly 0-2. All struck out back on the first. White with 5 strikeouts today. Count now, ball and 2. That's going to be fouled off. Good work by Haas to stay alive. Tolland plays out of the same zone as South Windsor, who was a second place finisher at 16-5 in Enfield, Manchester, Windsor, Ellington, Rockville, and East Hartford. That ball hit way up in the air by Haas. That's going to carry, and it's going to be caught by the center fielder, L'Oreal, who floated underneath it. So nice work there by center fielder to find it. I lost it. Haas retired on a fly ball to the center field. That is going to do it in the inning. The hit batter does not hurt. So no runs, so no hits, 1 runner left. We'll be back with the top of the 7th in New London. 3 defensive outs away from playing tomorrow versus RCP. Back with more right after these messages.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
Welcome right back. New pitcher on, and that's Matt Curtis. Bolduc the hitter, and he swings at the first pitch. And Trevor retired on a tapper back to the pitcher. One down. So Matt Curtis has moved from first to the mound, and Sean Kelly's come on out of the dugout, and he's now playing first base. He pitched
Now
a
batting.
terrific game versus
The right fielder, number 1, Jeremy Santos.
Avon the other day. Was absolutely outstanding, picking up the win. That was a Mercy Rule win. Pitch missed inside to Jeremy Santos. New London at the plate. They have the lead at 4-0. Out of town, Cheshire has battled back to tie Waterbury at 4. That came in the top of the 6th inning. Altrin Kabashi had a bases clearing double for Cheshire to not to score at 4. That all coming in the top of the 6th, reports our own Steve Riley. We should be saying something like you heard it first right here, right? Jeremy Santos. It's not true, though. A lot of folks tweet things out. That's what cracks me up when you hear all the news stations saying, we have it first. They probably don't. This is Santos down to the bag at first with a walk here. Brings up Justin Marceau. Santos has been on base every time he's been at the plate today now. He's singled
Now
at
batting
first,
for New
reached on
London,
an error,
the third
had a two-run
baseman,
triple
number
back
10,
on the
Justin
fourth, and
Marceau.
He has now walked with one out, and Marceau to the plate. Santos is a threat to go. The Curtis pitch. Swing and a miss. Marceau today is a single homer run back on that 2-run third. If you're just tuning in, New London scored 2 in the third. They took advantage of 3 consecutive errors to score a run, and then Marceau delivered an RBI base hit. In the fourth, just mentioned Jeremy Santos and his 2-run triple. 4 runs on 6 hits and no errors for New London. And for Tolland, no runs, 1 hit. They have made those 3 errors. Fouled off. It's a 7-inning ball game. Winner plays tomorrow for the loser. This season will come to a close. Giving Cal Penny a little time after that foul ball hit him. So you got Penny behind the plate, Kelly at first. Keene is your second baseman, Broadhurst at shortstop, Slane at third, Callenbach, Haas, and Steiner in the outfield left to right. Curtis, the third pitcher being utilized today by Tolland, and he threw that pitch right behind the hitter, Marceau. Peter Correa waiting on deck. Well, the rain has passed through the area, and it's rather pleasant right now. Setting sun creating quite a beautiful color, beautiful hue here at Rotary Field. Still see the sun gleaming off the top of the trees that rims the outfield here at this beautiful ballpark. Mentioned it the other day, a lot of folks make this field very special to the South Windsor community. That ball fouled off. The hope is that the young men that get a chance to play here appreciate all the hard work by volunteers and the like. Not only the home team, but the visitors that make their way here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, a pitch, and there's a late swing by Marceau, and he strikes out. Got fooled on that pitch by Matt Curtis. And you have 2 down, brings up Peter Corey. Corey today
Now
is
batting for New
0 for 3.
London,
He has struck
the
out
first
twice.
baseman, number 15, Peter Corey.
He won game 1 of this Super Regional. Did that on Saturday. Good pitching effort. There's a broken bat. Slow roller. Slane will pick it up. Got the throw onto the bag at first to Sean Kelly for the out.
Your score after 6
That's
and a
a
half
new piece of lumber
innings.
that
New London
Corey's
4,
going to have to
Tolland
replace
0.
there as he rolls out 5-3. Back with the bottom of the 7th, and well for Tolland, they need to score at least 4. They got the heart of the order coming up. That's Broadhurst, Curtis, and Slane against E.T. White, who's pitching just a 1-hitter. We're back with more momentarily.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways.
Luke Broadhurst will lead things off in the bottom of the 7th. Big Luke today has walked, and he's hit a fly ball out. Tiki White, who has struck out a total of 5. He's hit a batter and walked a batter, allowed just 1 hit, has allowed only 3 base runners today, and that curveball in for the strike. That's been one of his dependable pitches today. That curveball kind of sets up the fastball, got great location, throws a pitch that looks a little bit maybe like a slider. There's a ground ball hit down to the shortstop. Robinson, dependable, slings it onto the bag at first. Corey catches the pass across the diamond, and I get all tongue-tied.
Now batting for
Broadhurst
Tolland,
retired
the first
6-3-1 out.
baseman,
Brings
number
up Matt
10.
Curtis.
Now on the mound, Matt Curtis.
Curtis began the game as the first baseman, now out in the hill. He is 0 for 2, struck out in the 4th, has popped up to short. Cooper Robinson, you talk about Luke Broadhurst, who's committed to UConn, but I really like the look of this Cooper Robinson down there at shortstop for New London. He's been fun to watch. New London holds on today. We'll see 2 great shortstops tomorrow, Corey Baldwin, RCP, and this guy, Robinson. Ground ball hit slowly. Bolduc will field it. And onto the bag at first for the out. Curtis retired 4-3. Brings up Tommy Slane. It's all up to Slane to try to extend this Tolland season.
At the plate
What
for
a nice
Tolland,
run they have had all the way
number
here to the Super
13,
Regional.
the third baseman, Thomas Slane.
I want to thank Tolland for all their cooperation, sending us along the information we could pass to you, a little insight on what these players are all about, whether they like fishing, ultimate frisbee, or play other sports, whatever it might be. That pitch in there for the strike. Back here tomorrow, 6:30, first pitch, if they don't start it earlier than that. RCP and New London. That ball hit up the middle for a base hit by Slane, and that will extend things just a tad. Only the second hit of the game for this Tolland team.
Now batting for Tolland, the second baseman, number 3,
today 0 for
Clayton
2.
Keene.
He's grounded out a pair of times. So Keene smoothing things out in that right-hander's batter's box. And the pitch. Fouled off. Beautiful rainbow. You can probably see that just beyond the right field fence. Look above the trees there on your computer monitor. You can see a bit of the rainbow there. Beautiful sight here in South Windsor. First one I think I've seen all summer. It is just beautiful at the ballpark. The colors are outstanding right now with the setting sun, lights on, rainbow. Picturesque. White, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and the strikeout of Clayton Keene, and that's going to do it. New London needs to win. They do win. Tiki White, a gem as he pitches a shutout here.
Congratulations to Tolland on a successful season.
For
And
Tolland,
good luck
4
to New
runs,
London
I
tomorrow
should say,
night.
for New London.
Tomorrow
4
night's
runs
game
on
will
6
be
hits
at
and no
6:30 here
errors.
at Rotary Field, featuring these New London Legionnaires against the Legion team from RCP.
So New London,
Good night,
4
and drive
runs.
safely.
New London, 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors. And for Tolland, no runs, 2 hits, 3 errors. They were all crucial. All came in the same inning, and they came consecutively. Going going back. New London scored 2 in the third. Robinson, Bolduc, and Santos all reached on errors. On the Santos error, Robinson scored. Then Justin Marceau knocked in a run. They would add 2 more in the fourth. After an out, there was a base hit and a walk. Another strikeout of Bolduc, and then Jeremy Santos drove home a pair with a 2-run triple for the 4 runs for New London. Winning pitcher will be Tiki White. As we mentioned, spins just a 2-hitter here today. He walked a couple of batters, hit a batter, and had a total of 6 strikeouts to pick up the win. The loser was the starter, Nicky Parsh, as he worked 5 1/3 of 4-run, 6-hit baseball. All right, we're back here tomorrow. RCP taking on New London, 6:30 the scheduled start time. That's going to do it from Rotary. Nice to be alongside you all for yet another day of American Legion baseball. Goodbye, everybody.